Hi, and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nikki Kirk, and I've been selling on Amazon for 6 years now. I'm currently sitting in the door of my she shed because I wanted to show like it's spring outside in the background, but it's also Oklahoma, and so it's really windy. And so this is my attempt to shoot a video outside, inside situation. Hopefully it's coming across and not just me totally washed out. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the 5 FBM mistakes or missteps that I have made in my own Amazon FBM journey. So again, if you're new to my channel, I've been selling on Amazon doing FBA for 6 years, and really not until 2020 did I really get into FBM. FBM is fulfilled by merchant, or as I like to call it, fulfilled by me, where I am taking the orders. I have all my inventory here in the shed. I was trying to like figure out where I can do it without showing everything. So I have all my inventory here. I am the one who packs it up and sends it direct to the customer. FBA, of course, is where Amazon warehouses it for me and they ship it to the customer. It makes a lot of sense for me when I was starting because I live in an RV, and so I didn't have a lot of space and was traveling all over the country. So it worked out really well. Now that I have space, I have this shed, I'm getting into FBM some more. With FBM, I do it year-round now, but I really do it the most during Q4. And actually, the Q4 Bolo group really helped to push me. I think it was in 2021, we were all chasing this hot item. And so it really helped to push me to FBM more. And now I'm always helping other sellers out there like, you want to FBM, you want to learn how to do it, you got to do it because it's going to be crazy and so worth it during Q4. In fact, in my more recent video where I'm covering the best items I've ever sold in 6 years, almost all of them were FBM items that I sent. So there really is something to FBM. I have a whole video on how to FBM. It's called FBM 101. I'll link it below, but you can search for it also on my channel. It's in the Q4 prep playlist. Because if you're not FBM, if you're scared to do it, I really think now is the time to do it. June historically is just a slow month for Amazon, but retail in general. People are out and about enjoying the summer weather, they're doing whatever, right? They're not really shopping online. They are, but you're gonna notice that your sales are kind of slower compared to other months. So June is a great time to set out and try something new. See something that you wanted to kind of test with your Amazon business, but maybe didn't have the time. I promise you in June, if you make the time, you will have it because sales are kind of slower. If you don't want to try anything and you just need a vacation from your business, June is an also great time to take a vacation. But anyways, I highly recommend FBM if you're not yet. Give it a try. And I'm going to tell you the things that I have made mistakes and also things that I've heard come up throughout the community so that you can hopefully not make those mistakes. The Q4 Bolo group is going to be back for 2023, so stay tuned. Later this year, that's coming. Mistake number 1 is just not having the right supplies. Or tools. This is something I've learned time and time again with anything I'm doing in life. So when we renovated the RV, we didn't have the right tools from the start, and it made it so much harder. Once we got those tools, it was like, wow, this is so easy. Same thing happened last year with my garden. You guys, I was spending 2 hours hand watering my whole garden until I finally was like, why don't I have a timer? Why don't I have hose drips around or whatever? I can't wait this year to set it all up, and I do not have to spend 2 hours of my day watering my garden. So the right tools and supplies are crucial in anything in life, but FBM especially. So you want to make sure before you ever list an item that you have the box or shipping package that you're going to send it in. Because nothing is worse than selling something and freaking out trying to find a box or something to put it in, especially if your Walmart happens to be sold out of padded mailers. Like you might have to drive around to Walgreens or Target and find them somewhere, and you don't want to be doing that after it's sold. Anytime I find something in store, I'm going to list FBM, I either make sure I have something that'll fit it at home already, or I buy the thing, I make sure at Walmart, you can get the pen and ink boxes. You don't want to get the boxes at Walmart that say Walmart all over. The ones we do for FBA, like the medium, small, large. The reason is that I have done it when I had to because I didn't have another box that would fit the item. But if you get in trouble for drop shipping, if the customer just happens to mention that it came in a Walmart box to Amazon customer service, you can get your account shut down for drop shipping because you're not allowed to drop ship on Amazon. However, the plain boxes that say like pen and ink gear or pen and gear, whatever it says, at Walmart, they come in like 6x6, 11x7x5. Those boxes are just fine to use for FBM. in addition to having the right boxes, you want to make sure that you have the right padded envelope. So if you're going to send something USPS through the post office and you did not buy the flat rate shipping, you can't send it in a flat rate envelope. Recently, somebody was like, oh no, what happened? My thing got sent back to me because they sent a lip gloss via media mail, but media mail is just media. So it's books, DVDs, CDs. That's all you can send media mail. There may be some things I don't totally do it, so I'm not sure, but I know it has to be media to be able to send media mail. So all those things, if you're going to do a padded flat rate envelope, those are free from the free from the post office, USPS, but you have to buy that one. So you can't send it in the envelope if you buy the padded one, and vice versa. So just make sure when you're buying your shipping that you're buying the right thing you have. You can't send it in a flat rate box if it's not the flat rate box that you purchased through Amazon. During Q4 last year, I went ahead and I ordered a bunch of different sizes of boxes from Uline. You guys, it does not take up a lot of room. I think I got 6 different sizes. It makes my FBM life so much more enjoyable. It is so much more fun to ship it because I'm not stressing out. I know I have a box that's going to fit it because I have a ton of different boxes. So having the right supplies. I have an RV, right? That's where I'm storing them. Those boxes are down in the RV because that's where I ship from. So it takes up time. It's not a lot of room that they take up. So if I can store them, I know you have a closet or garage or somewhere where you can store them too. Having the right supplies is crucial to FBM. Mistake number 2 I've made is not allotting enough time every day to pack up the FBM orders. For whatever reason, I tend to think I can do more than I can in little time. So I'm like, oh, I can do that in 15 minutes. And it ends up taking me like an hour. Even 10 orders, if you have like a lot of prep that you have to do, it can take a while to pack them up. So make sure you allot Monday through Friday time that you're going to do it. You can do it in the morning, afternoon, you can do it whenever you want. But I tend to do it right first thing in the morning, just get it out of the way. I'm a morning person, maybe that's why. You can do it at night, at the end of the day. If I'm out and about sourcing or just doing other things that day, I will pack them up at the end of the night because Amazon tells you when it has to ship. So my handling time right now is 1 day. So anything ordered today by customers, I have to ship out by tomorrow. So sometimes I just print the label and I ship it out the next day, which is fine as long as it's going to get there in time. But make sure you allot time to pack up those orders. If you're just starting, make sure you allot more time than you think. Because for whatever reason, I always think I can do things faster than I really can, and I am always frustrated with how long it takes. So allot how much time you have every day to pack up your orders, because I have made that mistake time and time again, and I'm like super frustrated after an hour's gone by and I'm still packing up orders. Sometimes during Q4, it can take like 4 hours and you only have, only 80 orders, right? I'm saying only, but that's a lot of orders and that's a lot to prep. I actually recently got so sick of doing FBM orders because it's like 1, 2, 3, like it's not a lot of orders I get every day that are FBM and it takes time. And so I actually just went through my shed and was like, you know what, I'm just going to send this FBA because I got burnt out doing FBM. So there's times, there's like waves, right? When you want to do it and when you don't want to do it, which is a great thing about FBM. If you don't want to do it, you can send it in Amazon or just turn your store on vacation mode. Mistake number 3 I made for FBM and honestly FBA also, not utilizing UPS pickups. So where I'm at now, I am 45 minutes from a UPS store or a Staples. I don't even have like a Walgreens or whatever you can drop off. I got nothing. It's quite a while to drive. When I was traveling, it's, they're not that far away all the time, but now I'm stationary and it's 45 minutes away. It's an hour and a half round trip. So I finally, thank you to the Q4 group for that one final push, I finally have got pirate ships set up so that I can get UPS pickups. Now they cost $6.50 for me. They might be $4.50 for you. I don't know why it costs me more. Normally I think it's $4.50 for every pickup, but that is worth it, especially with gas prices, right? That's worth it for the UPS guy to come pick it up. If the UPS guy's already delivering to your house, you just happen to see him, you can also give him or her the package. So I've done that a couple times and then you don't have to pay for it all. You can also, and you should actually, set up a free UPS business account because then you can get free boxes and They're called like security boxes, but you can get free thermal printers. So I have a huge box of 1,000 labels that I got for free from UPS through my free account. You can schedule pickups through there, but they're more expensive. So it's like $9.50 if I do it through the UPS, or Pirate Ship, it's $6.50. Now, Pirate Ship is a good tool to know if you want to estimate how much something might cost to ship. However, if you buy your shipping through Pirate Ship, you are going to get less protection on Amazon. So if you send an item and you didn't purchase the shipping through Amazon, if that item gets lost or stolen from someone's porch, then you are not going to be protected. Whereas if you bought it from Amazon, you get your money back, the customer gets their money back, and Amazon gets their money from UPS. I have the post office 5 minutes away, so I don't do post office pickups, but you can also through Pirate Ship schedule free USPS pickups to your house. On Monday, when my orders go out for my FBA shipment, I just put whatever, because you know, Amazon has cheaper shipping options if you use UPS, but for me, it's sometimes not worth it if I'm not going to go to UPS, or I'm not going to pay that $6 to have them come for one order. I'll just bite the bullet and pay an extra $1 to ship it through the post office versus UPS. But having UPS pickups for your massive orders, or just if you have a lot of orders and you don't have time in the day, I just leave them outside. He comes and grabs them. Sometimes we're here, sometimes they're not. It's been awesome, and I so regret not doing it sooner. FBM mistake number 4, not charging enough for shipping. So when you're starting out, I always recommend, in fact, I do a lot of lightweight things. If it's under a pound, you know that you can send it through the post office for at most probably $6.50 because of all the shipping charges increasing. But normally it's a little bit cheaper if you do UPS, but if you just assume it's going to be $6.50, it's under a pound, even if you end up putting it in a cardboard box, it still can be under a pound. I do a lot of beauty items that way, and now you know what it's going to cost. Now, recently it's been rolling out. I don't know if all sellers have it just yet, but in the Amazon app, when you go to seller fulfilled, the FBM shipping credit is finally gone. So that makes math so much easier. The app works as it should, and you can say how much you're going to charge, or how much it's going to cost to ship, how much you paid for it, and get an accurate estimate of what your profit is probably going to be. Why this helps is, if you see that your item might cost $10, $15 to ship, you want to make sure your shipping template is set up to charge that $10 or $15. When you're just starting, list one item, especially even if it's not just starting. I do this still today. If it's a large item, I'm not totally sure, I will just list one. Even though I bought 6, I'm only listing one. And when it sells, I can get an estimate of what that shipping is and decide if I want to change my shipping template at that point. I have at the moment 4 shipping templates. I highly recommend don't just use Amazon's shipping template, set up your own. It is not that hard. If you go to the FBM 101, I show you how to do it. I show you what mine looks like. I was charging during Q4 like $19 a pound for shipping, and people were paying for it. In January, there was a cold medicine shortage, and I totally forgot to change my template from Q4. So people were paying $15 to get little bottles of cold medicine. And so I was making money on the shipping. So you want to make sure that you're not losing money. And how you do that is by charging for shipping if you're not sure. People will pay for shipping. Also, don't lose money by offering 1-day or 2-day or even expedited shipping if you're not able to actually afford to do that. So on your shipping template, you want to make sure that you check those off. If you're not sure how much it's going to cost, or you're not willing to bite that bullet if it ends up costing you a lot of money. I have a shipping template that is ground only, and that is for my large items because I'm not about to bite the bullet and pay $30 to ship something, and I don't want to ship it overnight, which might cost $60. So I have a ground only. On that ground only, it has standard and then it has the free. If you add expedited to that ground only, make sure you're charging a lot. Overcharge. Customers don't have to buy it, and if they do, you want to make sure that you're covered. I recently had an item ship out yesterday. It was an FBM order. It was just like it was a bundle of cough drops. And what happened was it was going to like an Air Force base or something, and it had to go UPS. Now this item sells for like $15 and I had to pay $8 to ship it. At this point, I was just like doing a service for the customer, really. But now I'm learning, okay? I don't want to offer that. Or on this one, since I've sold hundreds of them, it's okay for one where I'm pretty much either cutting even or losing money on that, because normally they cost $4 to ship, not $8. On your shipping templates, you want to make sure if you're not going to be able to pay to ship it to Alaska, Puerto Rico, or Hawaii, that you check those off. Those are optional. You can check them off. So I highly recommend doing that because those are expensive to ship to if you're not ready for it. Mistake number 5, not actually making any money on the items that you're selling. So I have had this happen. I'm sure you have too. And that's just a part of learning. But if you don't take the time to look at how much money you're actually making, you could be losing money and not even know it. So what happened with me is in January, again, the cold medicine shortage. So I was listing things and selling them and I thought I was making money only to look and sell the board and see I made 25 cents. Like, yeah, I wasn't losing money, but it's not worth my stress, time, and effort, gas money, to go buy something to make 25 cents. Seller board is the easiest way for me to see my profit because it pulls in how much you paid for that shipping, and it obviously has your cost of goods and everything, and it tells you what you made on that order. But you can also see it in Amazon if you want to. You just go to the transaction and look at the thing, look at all the fees, take out your cost of goods, and you'll be able to see if you made money. If you're not diving into your numbers, you are not going to know if you're making money or not. Sellerboard has a 2-month free link. The link is below. You can try it out. It's yoursellingguide.com/sellerboard, and you can see if you want to test it out for 2 months for free. I had someone actually recently reach out. So the FBM shipping credit is now gone, right, out of your app, or hopefully if it's not for you, it will be soon. And they were freaking out because they thought that they got that credit. They're a professional account. They did not get that credit, but they've been FBMing all this time thinking that they get it. So if you're not diving into your numbers, you don't know if you're making money and you might be losing money. Don't just list FBM and assume you're making money. Every time something sells, if it's new to you, you want to make sure that you do the math and do the accounting and make sure you're making money. And if it doesn't make money, return it to the store or just stop selling it. Or look for other listings. Maybe there's bundle listings you can list it on. But worst case, I just return stuff to the store if it ends up not making money. That item, I did sell all of them really fast because I assumed I was going to make money on it. Luckily, it was only like 4 of them. But again, if it wasn't for seller board, I would have been stressing out going to try and find more, and it just would have been a waste of time. Hopefully this video was helpful and you found a couple tidbits that will help you on your FBM journey from my mistakes. Hopefully they help you not to make those mistakes. If you want to join an Amazon selling community and get awesome leads every month, join the Bolo group. It is really awesome. It's every month you get a list of leads, but not only that, you get the supportive sellers in the Amazon community who are helping you with any questions that you have along the way. I'm in there all the time answering questions, but also everyone else in the community who is really awesome is there to answer questions too. No matter if you're just starting out or you've been selling a while, join the Retail Arbitrage Bolo group today. I know you won't be disappointed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you back here for another Amazon selling video.